Hi, this is Ben from Wrap Digital, and on my video blog this week we're going to be talking about one of the best tips you can employ for your business to make a massive difference with your online marketing. Okay, so this week I want to talk to you about probably one of the biggest game changers that you can employ when it comes to marketing your business online. And really this is a method that pretty much any decent manager of online marketing should be doing for the businesses they represent. And it's used by more or less every decent company across the world. And it's something called remarketing. Now you might be thinking, what on earth is remarketing? Well, remarketing is basically when you can re-promote to people who have visited your website but not taken the action that you want. So that might be to contact your business, or it might be to purchase a particular product. Now, if you've ever been on Amazon, for example, and you've looked to buy a book and you haven't gone through with that purchase, and many people don't, you may well find that that product, that book, follows you around the web. You may well find that when you're browsing on something that's completely irrelevant to that particular book, you see it pop up as an advert. That essentially is remarketing, and it's a way to bring people back to your website to try and get them to do what you originally intended them to do, i.e. buy from you or contact your business. Now, the way that remarketing works is that you put a small amount of coding on your website. Now, you might put it on every page, or you might be specific and put it on particular parts of your website depending on what you're looking for someone to do. But basically that coding will then allow you to build an audience and remarket, re-advertise to those individuals. And there are two main methods that you can use it with. One is with Facebook advertising, and the other one is with Google AdWords, so using Google's display network. So here are some really good practices that you can employ when it comes to using remarketing for your business. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to make sure that the advert is relevant to the product or service that the person was looking at on your particular website. So you want to use an image, and they will be image ads that relates to what someone was looking for. Now actually what you might want to do is use a couple of image ads and then do what we call a split test, when you test one against the other, so that people who visited your website are seeing different adverts. They might be relating to a similar product, but you can then manage those adverts and see which one performs the best for your business. Now, second good tip is to look at using some kind of offer or some kind of reason to entice someone back to your website. So for example, with me, I might use an advert which says, discover the best marketing methods for your business by taking our quick 3-minute survey. So anyone that's been to my website and hasn't contacted me will see that advert. They're probably going to be looking for online marketing for businesses, so they'll come back to me and hopefully take that survey. Equally, you might offer some kind of discount, get 10% off your purchase today, etc, etc. Basically a reason to bring someone back to your website. After all, they were there in the first place, and if you're generating traffic properly, they're probably the actual right kind of people that you want to be working with and you want buying products from you. Another great tip is to only market to people that haven't been in touch or bought from you. So if someone's already purchased from you, they're in a completely different space than someone that hasn't. Now, if you run an online e-commerce business whereby people are actually physically buying the product from you, you can put some coding on the basket page that people will be on if they don't actually make the purchase. So someone has something in their basket and they didn't go through with the purchase for whatever reason, and it could be a perfectly reasonable explanation, you can market to those people to entice them back and to actually make that purchase. So another great tip is you can use different parts of your website based on different aspects of behavior. So different people will have different products or services on different parts of their website. You can put coding on those different areas and then market according to where people have been. So if someone's looking for this particular product, you can talk about that in your advert. If someone's looking for something completely different, you can talk about that. So on my site, for an example, we do marketing training with courses, so I could use an advert specifically based on that rather than some of the other services that we offer. Now, often when I talk about this phenomenon with people, some people go, ooh, isn't that a bit creepy? Isn't that a bit strange? I can kind of understand what you mean if you are going to a website and then you find an advert following you around straight away. It can seem a bit odd. So you can actually manage the frequency of how often those ads are displayed to someone. You can manage the time when they start being displayed, and you can manage how long they're being displayed for. If someone's not taking action after a couple of weeks, you may not want them to be constantly seeing this advert. So you can manage that process so it doesn't have a sort of creep factor that some people might feel it has. But what I just would say on that as well is that your competitors, if they know what they're doing, will probably be doing this. And if you're having people come to your website, you'll probably be paying for that to happen. You want to maximize those individuals visiting your site as much as possible. So if you can get those people back to your site, it may be that they didn't take action before for a particular reason. Enticing them back is going to help you, make more sales, entice people to get in touch with your business. Now, if you're running an online marketing campaign or someone's doing it for you and you're not using remarketing and you don't really know how to go about it, why not get in touch with us? You can phone us and have a completely free chat about how we can help remarket for your business. If you're using an agency that's doing your online marketing and they're not doing remarketing for you, you need to speak to them about it, and I would say they probably need a bit of a kick up the backside, because this is a fundamental part of an online marketing strategy and they should be employing it. So why not get in touch with me to find out more about how I can help your business with your marketing? My phone number and email address will come up at the end of the video. Please share this content if you found it valuable, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video. Bye bye for now.